Well, GM, G to the M. Great morning, my friends. DJs, Diamond Ham Fam, Forge and Fuel Crew, Super Soldiers, One Percenters, Pioneers, Pivoters, Pursuers, Brothers and Sisters, Hermanos y Hermanas, Mamas y Papas, anyone I may have left out, and anyone in between. Welcome back. And welcome into the best way to start your day. It's time to get fired up at Forge and Fuel, baby. I am your humbled, honored, and clearly always hyped host, Colton Capp Swirl One, and I can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by, hang out with me and my guys, and dive down some motivational and inspirational rabbit holes unlike any other. Now, my friends, as per usual, we got one hell of a show on tap for you here today. We got one show that's going to get you fired up to tackle this Tuesday, October the 29th. 2024, the last 3 days of October, and I hope you're ready to wake up like never before because we got more vibes, we got more inspiration, we got more motivation coming your way than you're gonna know what to do with over the next hour and a half, baby. But before we get these vibes going, before we get that energy flowing, I must humbly ask if you could do a few things, if you haven't already. Maybe you could smash that subscribe button on whatever platform you're currently adjusting the Forge and Fuel podcast on. If you're watching on YouTube, you might as well hit that notification bell over there as well, so you never miss the start of a live show or any additional content dropping here on the channel. If you like the show, you might as well hit that thumbs up button too on the old YouTube and give us here a like on this fine platform. If you're watching on X, you might as well hit that like button, hit that repost button, hell, even hit that quote post button. Let the people know on the timeline over on X while you're tuned in live in prime time here to Forge and Fuel. If you're watching on Facebook, hit a like, hit a share, and if you are listening to this podcast on your favorite podcast directory like Spotify, Amazon, or even Apple Music, maybe you could give us a follow right now. Or if you haven't already, leave us a 5-star rating. It only helps us continue to grow and catch a flow over there. As for all of you tuning in live or to the video recording, we can't thank you enough for smashing all of those buttons, getting that algorithm going and flowing on this beautiful Tuesday morning. And if you haven't yet, and you're thinking, why should I? Well,
don't be rude.
This show makes you laugh. Maybe you shouldn't be rude like the 47th president of the United States just told you. Maybe it makes you think. Maybe it makes you cry. Maybe it makes you go, whoa, 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 hold the phone. I ain't ever heard it that way before. I like that perspective right there. Well, if so, don't be a hoe. Share the show. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Let the people know. And we will proceed with this morning's flow. My friends, I'm amped. I'm juiced. I'm zeked up. I'm ready to go for episode 599. Can you believe it? Time flies when you're having fun.
Here we go again.
Oh, you better believe it. Flashback to the old GTA days. 599 episodes. Holy smokes. You know, we're not about the whole milestones and 600 and we got to celebrate. You know, most people didn't even think we were going to make it to 100. You know, I'm going to save that speech for tomorrow. Let me not waste breath right now that I might want back on my deathbed. And welcome in a man that's joining us now from a foreign land in a hotel in parts unknown. He is the co-host of this fine morning program. He is the lead pro on the GACC Greens.
What?
That would make him the founder of the Grandpa Ape Country Club.
What?
He is a professional DJ with a wide-ranging musical catalog. Even if you're 5 years old or you're 85 years old, when he gets to spinning some records, you're bound and determined to get out on the dance floor and start moving and grooving it around, making him a human iPod.
What?
He is a purveyor of positive vibes.
What?
A curator of high-level energies.
What?
A certified PLP pusher.
What?
Once again, our traveling man who just recently got off a tin can, now in a foreign land to complete those missions, my man.
What?
Your guy.
What?
The one.
What?
And the only.
What?
With an emphasis on the one.
What?
The president of St. Louis, Missouri, soon to be a new location.
What?
The one and only. The legend. DJ Swirl One. Great morning, Swirl One. How you doing?
What's up, Forge and Fuel fam? Welcome to Taco Tuesday, baby. We out here living, breathing. Look at my, I don't know, Capp said it looked like an asylum in here. I tried to open the windows, but the whole window moved at one time. Don't ask me. I don't live here. I just stay here from time to time. So just throwing that out there. However, I don't know if you can see, there's like ladies on my pillows over here staring at me. So got an audience today. We got an audience live in the studio, just so you know. That's what's happening. Hey, man, I hope you're waking up feeling good. And if not, you came to the right place, because we, my friends, are going to fire you up and give you all the fuel you need to get done with this day, to get through Taco Tuesday, even if you choose not to have tacos. I'm okay with that. Not everybody's got to have tacos. Personally, I haven't had tacos since 2 days ago. So there you go.
Wow.
And they
I've been had tacos since Nam, bro.
Tacos are great. Hey, if you do it right, tacos are okay. There's nothing wrong with those. However, my friends, if you would not do me a favor, please, if you wouldn't mind, water. Start grabbing it. Start drinking it. Let's get that going right away. Let's start ingesting as much of this as you can. Get through, I don't know, 20 ounces, 60 ounces before the show's over. And trust me when I tell you, your day will be that much better. It really does help, especially if you've had water before you have your cup of joe, right? Because it's important to understand that you need the water first. Then maybe 90 minutes later, throw in that Java. Just throwing it out there. Just an idea, you guys. See, he's right here. Hold on. You know, I'm going to tell you. Wait, hold on. It goes this way. There you go. Look at that. All right. Hey, that was pretty good. My friends, I am in parts unknown, but I'm going to bring the vibes, get excited, ready to rock. I'm bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Let's kick off Taco Tuesday with a bang. What do you think, Cap?
I think we can do a little something like that. Who's say, who's to know? I'm feeling pretty vibrant, feeling pretty energetic on this side of the screen. Seems to be the same case over there. So let's get into it, DJ Swirl One. You know how we go. Maybe they don't know how we go. And chances are we might have some new viewers in the show here this morning, because shout out to our friends over there at the Phone Booth Pod. I took an opportunity to watch the show yesterday, as I have been the last few weeks. Let me tell you, Ted Logan gave us some serious love over there. And Rufus and Bill, holy shit. Thank you, guys. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
And then he stood back and said, okay, I'm done giving.
I'm done. Fuck these guys. Don't go listen to them.
Okay. Don't go watch that show. Is what it
did exactly what I did. Why did I just take all that time to show that show on my show? What the fuck?
And yet here we are reciprocating. So, you know what I mean? Hey, I heard something in that show. They said maybe they wouldn't mind coming here. I know I wouldn't mind going there. So, I mean,
maybe, you know, there were some text messages going between me and Ted Logan last night. I don't know.
I don't know. Conscious Sean showed up. I think that's his name, Conscious Sean.
Yes.
Quite the character right there. I like his guy. So when they said, hey, conversation that really got me was, do you really not think you're coming back this time? And he's like, wait, after 1,000 times I've been here, I don't know why I'm back right now. I just started laughing. Same, bro. Same.
Dude, that guy, Conscious Sean, he's made some great content. I was really, really happy to see that they got him on, because they're just doing amazing stuff, man. And, you know, those of you who know me personally, you know I'm a truth seeker. You know I'm a red pillar. Ted's only just now finding out that he said something. Oh, they're starting to wake up. No, buddy.
We've always been that way.
We've been woke. We've been based. Shit, I was having the nightcap before we even met each other, for crying out loud. So who's to say, who's to know? But wanted to give them a shout out. And also tell you we begin this show in a very specific way, because maybe you're brand new to Forge and Fuel and you don't know how things flow. See, there's a man that goes by the name of Jim Valvano. Many years ago at an ESPY speech, he said, you got to begin your day, or well, at least have 3 things happen in your day to have a full day. And that's laugh, cry, and think. And the first one there is laugh. So we like to begin this show with a little funny, ha-ha, a little chuckle, a little hearty, har, maybe a regular old knee slapper. Who's to say, who's to know? And this morning, my friends, We are going into rush hour traffic, as many of you may be in this morning. As I haven't said for a long time, whether you're throwing your legs over the edge of the bed or in your morning reading nook or in your gym, or maybe you're locked in rush hour traffic, whipping and drifting through all them other crazies out there. Haven't said that in a long time. Had to bring that back one time for the one time. You know, maybe sometimes you got a great song playing and you're singing and you're in your vibes and and you're just feeling love. Everything's good. Maybe you got a little morning joint. You know, we won't tell your boss. It's okay. No problem. But then all of a sudden, as that left lane is opening up and you're catching the cruise mode, some asshole trucker decides to cut you off. My friends, here this morning, I want you to remember while you're on rush hour, if anything crazy happens, never lose your tune. Hit us with it, D's.
Лisten
to it. Listen to it. He says, hey.
At first, I liked that video to start with just because everybody was clearing out of the left lane. That's my kind of driving right now. When I'm going and they're just pulling over for me, I'm like, yeah, as I'm doing that. So I'm probably thinking like that guy, hey. And then when that happens, I would be hey too, bro.
Liv Dog might have cut the trucker off, pulled the trucker over, and told him about the Diamond Hand Media Group. Who's to say? Who's to know?
That was Liv Dog? Bro, come on.
Oh shit! Hey, shout out Liv Dog. I shouted him out yesterday on GAC XDHMG Monday Madness, but I'll spend some time here, half a second, shouting him out. Man, be like Liv Dog, dude. Be like Liv Dog. Everything we put out, anything we talk about, anywhere we go, any flow we catch, Liv Dog is the first one there. And we were on Spaces last night, and I mentioned it because anytime he hops into a space, he's the first one to like and repost. And anytime we pin something up to the top, if you're familiar with Spaces, he's right in there, liking, reposting, and in the comment section, dropping a GIF. He hits every single area, and he doesn't care whether it impacts his algorithm or fucks up his timeline or whatever it is. He knows that it helps us grow, and that's all he's concerned with. And he knows that if we grow, he continues to grow because Liv Dog's an OG of ours. He's a foundation of this community, and you know, those people at the end of the day, they know that they're going to be the ones that are always looked after and taken care of if they just continue to show up for us. So
it blows my mind how many people don't like, repost, and send out this show. It really does. I mean, you get something out of it, or you wouldn't keep showing up. But somehow, you know, it's even with like the grandpas. I say it all the time. You guys excited about your PFPs? You have a lot of fun. We do a lot of great things every week, and you know, we send out the paper, and you get like 3 reposts. I'm like, here's the thing. If you're so worried about your timeline looking a certain way, then maybe you got to get something in your real line, the real life line, before you start worrying about what your timeline says. Because when you got something going on the outside, it doesn't matter what your timeline says. You can muck that up all you want. As a matter of fact, I'm going to throw so much against it, it might as well. All I'm doing when I do that is putting out energy, just sending out the energy. So why wouldn't you practice something like that?
Well, you know, I think it's because people like to support those who don't need it. People like to be seen by those who they think they're their friends and have all this knowledge and information. And, you know, I'm here to tell you guys, those people who've made it in these lanes, in these inspirational and motivational lanes or whatever, you know, they don't give a damn. They really don't give a damn. They do not care about you. They don't want to help you change. They don't want to help you grow. They're just not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Hey, we're going to be here. We're going to be staying. We're going to be going. We're going to be growing. We're going to be flowing. And speaking of, I feel like I'm ready to go. I feel like I got some stuff bubbling up to the top. The cream rises to the top, and we bring it out and give it to the people. Ooh, Macho Man Cap and Cold is so excited for the Sharpening Session.
He says, Macho Man Cap and Cold with no cap.
File down those edges. Get
that sword nice and sharp to cut through the obstacles of this life and get right into the opportunities as we get into your sharpening session.
Alrighty then, my friends. It is time to officially begin. We've done a little laughing this morning, done a little bantering back and forth, give you some things to chew on and chuckle on while we get going. But it's time to button it up a little bit. Time to put on them suit coats. Them buttons all the way up to the top. Tie it tight, nice and tight. No, thank you. I'm good on that. Hey, I'll let Swirl One keep putting on the suits. I don't know.
I don't wear suits very much anymore. I stopped.
I don't know if I can ever go back into suits.
I'm so business casual now.
Every once in a while, like if we had to meet with DJT or somebody important, somebody big that I had to have a suit on, sure. But I just, I got some 5-inch shorts on and a t-shirt right now. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. So this morning, my friends, if you don't know, you won't know. But whoa, they're chasing after.
They're coming for me, bro.
What the hell's going on, man?
I'm wondering if I should start running or something, dude.
All right.
They go live right now. So
well.
I get swatted, right?
Hey, where's that FBI, D? Isn't the FBI on there? Didn't we have an FBI? All right, my friends. If you didn't read the title of the show, our opening topic of the day is Break the Lock. Removing unwanted things and people from your life. Break the lock. In order to tell you where I'm coming from this morning, I got to tell you a little bit of a story. For those of you that don't know, you won't know. But my gym has been going through some changes. My gym has recently been bought out by a bigger conglomerate and corporation. Export was my gym for the longest time. LA Fitness came in and they just bought them out. Export no more. Now I'm an LA Fitnesser. And part of this whole changeover process has been updating equipment, getting the locker room straight, checking old lockers, blah, 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 blah. New ownership, new management. The bigwig's been walking around, looking left, right, and center. You know the bullshit. I'm not here to talk to you about that this morning. But what I am here to talk to you about after I kind of laid the groundwork, the basis of what we're talking about here, is something that happened in the locker room a couple days ago. And I've really been thinking about it. And I thought, well, hot damn, that makes a whole lot of sense. And that really could be one hell of a motivational minute. And I bet you old Swirl One might have some thoughts on that too. So I'm in the gym. I'm in the locker room. I'm getting changed up, getting ready to go bang out some weight. And I start paying attention to this worker. And he walks in and he's got a big old set of bolt cutters laid over the side of his shoulder. And I'm like, the fuck is homie doing? Like, did I pick the wrong day to come in here? I mean, like, it is Halloween. What the, am I about to, is this the locker room massacre or some shit? What the hell's going on? So I'm paying attention to this guy. And next thing I know, I start hearing, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I look around the corner, and one at a time, this guy is going to individual lockers, and he's looking at this list. He's looking up at the locker. He's looking at the list, looking at the locker, looking at the list, sets it down, busts off the lock. It falls down to the ground. Picks up his list. He walks to the next one, looks at it. Oh, okay, all that good. Oh, busts another one off, and it falls to the ground. And he's just busting these locks off, and he's reading this list, and I finally figured it out. Oh, they're just changing everything over. Anybody who didn't update their memberships over, because it's been about 3 months that they've done this now, so it's been a good 90 days. If you haven't showed up and updated your membership after they called you, you're out. See you later, Bobby. You're gone. You left your fucking locker on your locker, and you had this locker on your old membership. Well, your membership's no more. You don't exist anymore. We don't know you. Boom. They were busting off those locks. And as I started to see that, I kind of sat back and I thought for a minute. And I said, are those lockers and those locks just like our life? You know, if the lockers are us, right? We have all of our important belongings and the things we care about, the 4 or 5 things that we're working on, stuffed in that locker in a perfect way, folded up, shoes nice and neat, keys, bag hung on the hook. Everything looks great. And then we lock that up with that lock. And maybe that lock represents people. Maybe people come into our lives. They lock in with us. They believe in us. They trust in our vision. They say things like, I love you, or I learned that here. And then they think that they can just dip out of your life and stay locked in. They think that they can just go away and that lock stays on that locker. Well, I'm here to tell you right now this morning, if you ain't put the line between the 2 dots, it is time to bust those locks. It is time to break the locks and stop letting people who do not give a damn about you be locked into your life. People who could care less about what's on the inside of that locker. They just know what comes with being associated with you. They know you're going places, but they don't want to support you all the way through the journey, through the staircase to get to that place. They just want to stay locked in. So when you do inevitably become successful, they can tell everyone how long they've known you. They can tell everyone when you guys met. I'm good on that. I don't want those people around me. I don't want those people locked in to my life. I'm going to cut that lock off. How many people do you have locked in? How many people do you just have locks on your belt loop? We talked about a long time of this tether cord, right? You know, when you got to make a cut in your life and letting people out of your life and say, yeah, you know, I can't let you keep dictating who I am. And whether that's your damn mother, your father, your best friend, your grandmother, it doesn't matter. Maybe you have to make that cut. The fatal mistake that so many people make is they leave a tether cord attached. They leave a door open. They keep that person, worse yet, they keep the lock locked around their belt loop. And they wonder why they can't ever begin to run. They can't ever begin to gain a pace because they got 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, 15, 30 locks locked around every one of their belt loops on their waist. And then they start looking down and they don't even remember who the locks belong to anymore. They don't even remember who said that thing to them, who told them that thing, who sent them in that direction, because they realize they no longer have a circle of friends or a circle of friends. They have a cage of acquaintances. Think about that. Are you just leaving those locks on your belt loop, letting other people control the weight of your life? Or are you busting those locks off and controlling your own weight? And I suppose there's another side of the coin too, as I started to think about these sharpening session message this morning. How locked in are you to those bad habits? How locked in are you to sitting around and doing fuck all? How locked in are you to scrolling on this thing 17 hours out of the day? How locked in are you to pornography? How locked in are you to fucking the wrong financial thing? How locked in are you to fucking the negativity of movies and media and all that shit? How locked in are you to those bad habits? Maybe you might be thinking right now, and you might be feeling the weight of those locks on your belt loops. Maybe it's not the people. Maybe you got the circle, but maybe your habits aren't worth a fuck, and those locks are weighing you down. I've said this quote probably a dozen times since we've come to YouTube, and I've said it a million more times before then. So oftentimes it happens that we live our lives in chains and never even know we have the key. Better yet, we don't even know we have the bolt cutters. Forget the key. Maybe you replaced it. You misplaced it. You forgot it in a trunk drawer. You don't know exactly where it is. You forgot the combination. That's why we got bolt cutters. And sometimes you got to cut that shit off and throw that lock so far down the road and turn around and get back down your path that you'll never even see it again. So my friends, break those locks. If you feel like you got a lock that doesn't belong on your locker anymore, like somebody's taken up unwanted space in your life, like a habit is taking up areas that you need, maybe it's time to break that lock. Maybe it's time to break free. Maybe it's time to grab those bolt cutters just like my homie, and do a little and watch all that shit fall to the ground. Who's to say, who's to know? But I hope that turns your frowns upside down. What do you think, Swirl One?
Bro, I got all kinds of great notes over here.
Huh?
First
Huh?
off, I want to shout out. I'm going to go ahead and give some more footballs. Don't want them over to Ted. They were talking about yesterday and how, people are worried about the dead notes, right? And we're talking about, hey, how are we spending that, right? Why is it so important? People are always so worried about that, right? And I talked about the other day as money being a tool, right? We talked about these bolt cutters out there. That's just a tool. It's all it is. The bolt cutters, in the hands of a thief can create a lot of damage, but in the hands of that man right there, he's clearing out a whole mess. So, I mean, really, it's all about how you look at this thing, right? So one of the things that I think about, and you were talking about, and we've talked about these things and what you bring along with you. And, maybe you call it baggage, maybe you call it locks, whatever you want to call it. But what I would say is, think about all the things that you're holding on to, right? What we're saying, removing unwanted things from your life. I said it a million times. I'm going to sell everything. Why? Because I don't care. I don't need any of this stuff, right? The more I realize that, hey, the more I travel, like literally, you know what I need? I need what's in that bag right there. I need that computer and this computer right here and pretty much this mindset, and I can do whatever I need anywhere. I don't need anything else. I don't need all the different stuff. As a matter of fact, the more you start looking around at all the things that you start to accumulate, what are they? They're decoration. I mean, think about it. That's what it is. It's decoration. Unless it's a tool that you're using to create something new, unless it's something that you're using to help your craft, unless it's something that helps you to move your life forward, guess what it becomes? A paperweight. It becomes something that collects dust that you can go over there and just start dusting off. You're like, oh, man, I'm glad I got that thing. Yeah, and it just takes up space. And then when you decide you have to change your life or move around, you realize, man, I got all this stuff, right? I've seen people that had things in their house. I'm one of them. I talk about all the time. Hey, if you've got a box that's been in your house and you haven't seen it in 2 years or opened that up, guess what? You probably don't need anything in there. You probably don't. You haven't looked at it. So why wouldn't you go in there and clean that out and get it out of your life? It's the same thing with people, right? The best thing that I could say, and I think Capp had this right on, is you have to show up to keep your life on lock. He talked about showing up to the gym, or they're going to cut your entire, whatever is in there. Who knows what was in those locks that those people lost, right? But hey, you don't show up for 3 months. Guess what happens? You lose everything in there. Guess what happens to your life when you don't show up for 3 months? You lose the 4 or 5 things that you were working on. Or even if you weren't working on those 4 or 5 things, they go ballistic, haywire. Now all of a sudden you're running around with your head just going, oh my gosh, I don't know how to control all this, right? You have to stay locked in. You have to stay locked in. You guys have seen that on socials when they say right now, and it's like a big thing. Hey, what does locked in look like? Well, locked in looks like this right here, getting up every single day, either showing up to this show, going to the gym, getting yourself ready just with your reading, getting yourself out of the matrix. Stop watching the damn TV. Literally, if you don't see the flashing propaganda in front of your eyes. I was last night just sitting there watching. I went to go have I told you guys I was going to go eat last night. So I went out and I had me a little Caesar salad. And while I was sitting there, there was people everywhere. It was loud as hell. I mean, just loud. I couldn't even hear myself think. So I put in my AirPods, put the noise canceling on with nothing in there just so I could have some silence. And as I was walking around, one of the things you should do in life is turn off the noise and just look around and see what you see. You would be surprised how much life is showing you without any sound. And I'm telling you what, 2 different TV screens flashing completely different propaganda on each one. And your mind is trying to just keep all this together. Stay locked into yourself. Stop watching all that other shit. Stop going out there and trying to take on everybody else's locks. One of the things we talked about with locks is they're very much like, and we've talked about this before, the lead balloon theory, right? Hey, if you're walking around and you keep bringing things with you everywhere you go, the first thing that you're going to realize is that, you know what, that stuff gets heavy. And like Capp says, you start running, you start realizing you can't run very far because you got this lead balloon back there that you're dragging along, right? You've got the bolt cutters in your pocket. Sometimes you got to snap those, right? I don't know if you guys remember, but if you've ever been or on the internet, of course, and you started looking at other places, there is a place in Paris where everybody goes, and it was called the Lock Bridge or the Love Bridge or whatever they wanted to call it. And people would go there and they would take locks as couples and they would go to Paris and they put them on the bridge. Right? Oh, it seemed harmless, right? Everybody like, oh yeah, let's go get our lock and put it on the bridge. Well, that bridge is very much like your life. I don't know if you guys know what happened to the bridge or what happened to that, but if you know, They stopped that. You know why? Because the bridge collapsed under the weight of the locks. Think about that. Little locks like this, and enough people put them on there where the bridge actually collapsed. So they stopped doing it. You can't even put a lock on there anymore. So it's actually banned. So think about this. If that can happen to a bridge, what's your life? What are you carrying around? Why can't you get up out of bed every day? I wonder why. Maybe you're being weighed down by all the millions of things that you're trying to take on every day. This is why I say don't spread yourself thin. Handle the 4 or 5 things that are the most important to you on a daily basis. Stop running with your baggage. Literally streamline your life to where you know everything's going to fit in that bag right there or in the backpack you have right there, and you can continue on. Start rucking. Literally, stop trying to take everything in the world with you everywhere you go. You're going to find as you get down the road, you're not going to need that tool anymore. Or maybe you need a different tool. Or maybe the one you had before is broken because you haven't used it. And now it's time to get something new, right? We have to break the locks. We have to break the cycles. We have to get out of the ruts that we're in. And when we're sitting here thinking about all the things that we do, we're literally every time we think about an anxiety or think about a worry or think about what somebody thinks about us or hell, any of those things, guess what you're doing? You're adding another lock to your belt. That's what you're doing. Stop it. Just quit it. What other people's opinion of you is none of your damn business. It doesn't matter. It doesn't change how you think about yourself, or does it? And if it does change how you think of yourself, maybe it's time to start worrying about the 4 or 5 things and stop looking around and wondering what everybody else is doing out there, right? The end result of all this, if you don't show up, your lock will get broke for you. I promise you, regardless of what it is. You don't pay your bills, guess what? They're going to come shut your water off. There's no 2 ways about it. If you don't learn anything else, somebody else is going to pass you by. There's no 2 ways about it. People are always looking for somebody who's growing. And if you're not growing, guess what you're doing? You're literally a lead balloon on somebody's back. So think about that for a minute. It's really seriously one of the best things you can do is literally cut all the locks. Sometimes you have to be by yourself. That's why we say that. When you're by yourself, you realize the only locks that you're holding are the ones you have, the ones you had keys to. Maybe you don't have the keys to them anymore. And maybe you do have the keys. And if you do have the key, then fix it, right? Unlock it carefully, get it off there, fix the lock, put it somewhere or throw it away or get rid of it. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if you've got a key to it, then you can fix it. The locks that you don't have keys to, you got to let those go. Those are the things that you did in the past where the hair starts to come up on the back of your neck. Man, I can't believe I said that thing. Oh, I can't believe I did that in front of all those people. All those things, those are the locks you got to break off. There's no keys for those. They never came with keys. Somebody just went and put it on your belt, right? So think about that as you're moving around. You have to show up to life or life will break your locks.
Bruh.
Clearly, somebody's on the same page as me this morning. Who's to say? Who's to know? Golly, much like Ted Logan in the live chat, that lock bridge collapse really fucked me up right there.
It's impossible. It's just a fence, bro. Come on.
100%. And this will tie in too. So, you know, why do people leave their locks on those gym lockers? I could always come back.
Laziness, bro.
I can always. You're never gonna come back. I could always come back. I could always be there. Just like those locks on that bridge. Oh, we can always come back and see those locks. We can always come back and see where we first met and had our first lock experience together. What if that gym burns down? What if that lock or that bridge collapses? What if that thing you're doing no longer exists and you were so locked into it and it was all your eggs in that basket and so determined by it? And oh my gosh, this is my whole life and it's gone. Now what? Whoa. Are you locking things into your life that don't help you grow, don't help you improve? You're banking everything on this. Oh, baby, we got to roll 6. And you're inevitably going to roll a 3 every single fucking time because you know it's not the right thing to do. Man, oh man. And I was having a conversation with somebody yesterday and they were talking about, you know, I've been working real hard and, you know, I don't want people to view me this way. And I used to view people that way. And now I'm doing the things that they were doing. And I don't want people to see me in that way. And, oh, man, this is just such a moral quandary. I said, whoa. What difference does any of their fucking opinions matter? And that person said, oh, you're right. I said, yeah, I'm right. You're sitting here having an argument with yourself, worried about what other people are going to think. Do we not talk? And they tune into this show. And I said, do we not talk about that every single day? How little other people's opinions matter? Are you locking people's opinions, every little thing, diving into the comment section? Why do you think I post and ghost? Well, a lot of my content gets some good comments. It gets a lot of laughs. It gets some good shit. But I do stir up a troll from time to time. I don't need to read that shit. I don't need that in my life. It brings nothing to me. Why do I want to read that? Even if I know I'm not a dumb sack piece of shit. Somebody writes, hey, Cap, you're a dumb sack piece of shit. Well, then I'm going to start questioning everything. And then unintentionally, subliminally, subconsciously, I'm going to attach that lock to me. And in every little moment when I get down my path and an obstacle comes in my way, instead of just saying, fuck this is an opportunity, I'm a dog buckling the chin strap and going through it, I'm going to say, oh man, remember that lock? Oh, remember what that person, I don't know if I can make it through this. I don't remember what that person said to me. Are you locking those things into your life? You know, you can look at this from so many different avenues and areas and aspects. And I love what you said. Are you using these things as decorations or tools? Are they just a decoration for you? Or are you actually using these things as tools, things that you need? Do you have the things in your life that are progressing you forward? Or are they things that other people want? Are you just getting things that other people want because you want to impress other people? You know, the morning reading this morning, if you follow the Bible app, you would have got it. Let me go right here. Verse of the day is, and of course it's not, hold on. Of course my phone's locked.
Live TV.
Am I now trying to win the approval of human beings or of God? Or am I trying to please people? If I were still trying to please people, I would not be a servant of Christ. Are you trying to please people? I woke up this morning and that was my first thought with this. I said, I'm done pleasing people on the Forge and Fuel podcast. I'm done giving people energy and drive and fire and passion. I'm done. Wait, Cap, what? You're not, huh? What do you mean? This is all for him. I want to make him happy, make him proud, let him know that thank you for this gift. Thank you for this opportunity. Why would I have anxiety to come on a camera when you've given me this gift? Why would I feel worried and nervous and what do I do if I know I've been blessed with this gift? If this has been given to me by the Most High, why would I view this as anything less? And why would I try to impress others? Work in your life as if you're working for the Lord, and I promise you, you will get what you want. But people sit closer to what they want and their problems than to the person who can actually get them through the problems and to the things that they want. You cannot do anything. You have no power as a meek, meager, bullshit human doing. Yes, that's right. We're human fucking doings. All we do is just fucking do and do. You ever thought about being a human being for a change? You ever thought about just being and tapping in? And maybe this life is set up to keep you in that consistent fucking rat race. And oh my gosh, and if you break out of that matrix, you might just start to find the keys. You might just start to find the secrets, and you might realize that it has nothing to do with financials. It all comes down to this. It all comes down to the relationship you want, the side you choose, either evil or good. And I think we all can look along the landscape of politics and the news and the media and the world as a whole. It is a battle of good and evil. And here I stand right now drawing my line in the sand saying, if you're on evil, you better stay on that motherfucking side. And if you dare come over here, you're catching hell for the rest of my existence. Because I read it yesterday, I have been made for a time such as this. I am not afraid to debate anyone, to go on any stage, to show up on any show, to question any single person. I don't care if you've been doing this for fucking 50 years. I'll look you square in the eye and debate you till your fucking ears fall off. Give me a chance. An opportunity, because I bust the locks of life. I don't leave them locked on the door, and when the door opens up just a little inch, I kick that motherfucker down and show him why I can take a whole mile. Swirl One.
I'm telling you what, I'm the same way, bro. In this life, you only have you. Literally, there's no other person that's going to dictate how you get up, how you handle things, what you're going to be able to handle today, or how your stress level is going to be. There's nobody out there that's going to do that for you. You have to. You can't look to your brother, your sister, your best friend, your boss, whatever. None of those people are going to help you. That's why I say every single day, you only have today. You got to take care of those 4 or 5 things. That's the biggest thing out there. It's between you and God. That's it. If you are getting up every day and you are effective and you're efficient with your life, you don't have to worry about, hey, am I doing the right thing? Hey, if I get up every day and I know that I'm praising what I need to praise, that I'm doing the things that I need to do, that I'm counting off all the things that are on my list. If there's time for other things after that, guess what? I'm not lazy. So I'll get those done today so I don't got to do them tomorrow. And I wrote that down earlier too. The I'm not lazy mindset is what keeps people from putting locks on their bodies. It really does. It keeps people from doing that because you know why? You stop procrastinating. You stop saying, hey, you know what? Hey, I can do that laundry tomorrow. Let me put that lock right here. I'll remember it tomorrow. Put that right there. Oh yeah, that grocery list here. I got that one tomorrow too. Let me put that over here. Oh yeah, I need to go and pay that bill. Hey, don't worry, I got that one too. And all of a sudden, in 5 minutes, you've added weight like nobody's business. But you know what? If you said, hey, I'm not lazy, I'm going to handle this right now. I got 5 minutes. Guess what? That lock never creates any type of weight. It never brings any drag to your life. The one thing that I keep trying to tell you guys, and this is something that every single day, how efficient are you? Literally, what are you doing with all the resources you have? You get resources every single day. Like I talked about, we get this water. You got this everywhere. You know, there's literally countries and places in the world that have no idea that you can just get water like this. They literally look at you like, wait, you have so much water, you actually can shower and shit in it? Holy my God, what the, right? And here we are acting like we can't drink water when literally to some other person, it is a miracle just to get running water, right? Yet we look at it like, it's no big deal, right? What else are you doing like that in your life? The other thing we talk about, and it's something that I heard yesterday on giving these guys all kinds of props. It was a great show, Phone Booth Podcast. But what he talks about was, hey, you know what? I don't buy myself anything. I'm done buying stuff for myself too. Look, you know what I'm wearing? Why am I wearing this? Because I support Capp. That's right. You know what I mean? I'm supporting Capp. You know, most of my shirts they're plain.
It ain't nothing but a brand name, baby. This right here is handmade.
Saying. So I don't need to have Balenciaga on my chest or Gucci on my chest and any of that so that I can feel good about myself. You know what feels good about myself? When I wear something like this and people look at me and they kind of wonder what it is. You know why I feel great about it? Because I was part of that. I helped earn that. I've helped push this up on a pedestal. Yeah, right. I'm going to feel good in this thing, right? And I'm going to walk out there with my chest out high. You know why? Because not only am I a super soldier, but I've actually put in the work. I've been there. I've been part of the planning, right? That's how efficient I am. I'm going to look at everything in my life. Like, is it bringing the type of energy to my life that I need to be able to progress today? Or am I slowing myself down with the thanks for noticing me, right? Because people go through your days like that. And all of a sudden you look at them like, man, why do you think people look so low vibrational, so low energy? They don't have anything to look forward to. They're wearing other people's names on their backs. Like, what? What are we doing? Are you kidding me? You're losing your mind. The guy that got in trouble the other day for beating up a fan in the NFL, going to get 55 years possibly, maybe 25 years. He's going to get a lot. I know that. All for what? So that you could say you went to bat for one of your favorite teams that's not going to bail you out when you go to jail? Like, first off,
Wait, what?
Why would I ever spend that kind of money? And I'm done spending that kind of money to go see teams do their thing. I'm sorry, but for that 4 or 5 hours, guess what I could be doing? I could be making myself better. I could be creating things for this show. I could be creating things for GACC. I could be making another hit song of some sort. I could be doing a million different things. I could be pumping iron. I could do all these different things instead of sitting there watching somebody else live out their dreams. That's not what this is about. Stay locked in. And when I mean that, keep your locks close to you. Don't hand them out to people. You know what you have. Keep your keys around. Don't worry about handing them to other people because you know what? They're not going to tend to those locks like you did. They're not going to care about it like you did. They're not going to wear the shirt with the pride that you do. So you need to understand that, like, it is literally you against you and God together creating a force against this world where you walk outside, you say, hey, motherfuckers, I arrived today. I'm bright as sight. I don't need this damn sun out here. I'm radiating energy right now. And if you're going to get around me, trust when I tell you, if you don't feel this vibe and you don't catch this energy, you must be dead. Or you have too many lead balloons where you can't soar like everybody else. Start filling with helium and watch how light your shoes get.
Bruh.
Man, and I didn't even get a chance to hit on that earlier. You talked about my red balloon theory or the lead balloon theory, either way you want to look at it, right? And I told that story a long time ago. Maybe sometime I bring it back, but standing at the top of a hill, right? And you're looking down at this beach, and it's the most beautiful beach you've ever seen. And there's this cabana with the most beautiful bed and sheets, and they got fruits and veggies and cheese, and it is the spot. You're like, oh my gosh. And you go to take a step, and all of a sudden you can't fucking, what the fuck is on my fucking, what is on my arm? What? And you see, you got this knot tied around your arm, and you follow this line up. All of a sudden, you see this big old red balloon sitting on your wrist. What the fuck? Why is this so fucking heavy? And you start to look at it, and you see, whoa, rent, anxiety, fear, ex-girlfriend, baby mama drama, daddy drama, car bill, flat tire, all this shit you got going on in this balloon, and you're fucking, well, hey, I don't really give a shit about that. Why are you, fuck you, get away. But you keep holding on to that. All you have to do, so oftentimes it happens that we live our lives in chains and never even know we have the key, reach in your back pocket, be surprised that you got a little needle there, and go, boom, and then walk your happy ass down to where you know you need to be. Do you want to stay on top of that hill, living in the shit where it's dusty and dirty and there's wind blowing everywhere and oh my God, what the fuck? Do you want to get down that nice path? Go sit on that cabana and enjoy yourself as the waves crash into the tide. The waves, nice and easy, slow, the wind. Maybe you see an eagle flying. Who's to say, who's to know? That's the red balloon theory. So maybe we bring that whole thing back sometime. Who's to say, who's to know? And also, you know, I got to mention something. You know, obviously, we are real raw and open. We may say a fuck here, a shit here, a damn there. Maybe you might even hear a cunt once in a while. Oh, no, he said the cunt word. We got friends from the land down under. You can suck my, you know. However, there was some thoughts that I had, and I saw this video. It was this pastor, and he's a super controversial pastor. And he cusses. Right. And he says shit this and fuck this and blah, blah, blah. And he's just real. He's like a layman's term pastor. And he said, you know, it's awful interesting. Y'all are so quick to point out how I say a word or how I cuss or whatever I might say on a stream. But you didn't care when them other pastors were groping them little boys. You didn't care when all your favorite celebrities are getting taken down from child pornography and other shit. You didn't give a fuck when Diddy and all this stuff came out. So what does it matter that I'm cussing? You don't care about all this stuff that actually matters. Navy SEALs finding a group of children in a Connex box on a shipping container. You didn't say a fucking word. But when I say fuck, oh my gosh, Colton, you need to learn how to speak. You need to speak better. If you want to get cut the fuck out of you want to feel like a lock fumbling down the road, tell me how to talk. Tell me that I need to fix my shit. My mother used to tune into these shows. She still does to this day, but this is a story. She's tuning in my shows. She'd say, oh, Colt, you don't have to cuss so much. Oh, Colt, you don't have to say fuck. I said, Mom, I'm just being real, and you don't have to watch. Her eyes got real big. She looked at me. I said, I love you to pieces. I appreciate your support, but I don't need it. You don't have to tell me how to talk. You don't have to watch this show. So if you feel like at a point we're talking right to you or you don't like something we're saying, you don't have to tune in. That's a you problem, not an us problem. But chances are, if you're feeling that type of way, maybe it's something you need to work on directly, baby. Maybe it's not an us problem. Maybe it's a you problem. Who's to say? Who's to know?
So figures down. I won't take too long on this, but I will say this, and shout out to JD Vance yesterday when he said this. He literally was on stage and somebody, you know, obviously was freaking out about some joke, and I don't even remember the joke. I remember hearing it, seeing it, whatever. It didn't matter. That's the key. It didn't matter, right? But the world got all upset about it. And what did he say yesterday? Hey, you know, I heard about this joke. Maybe it was good, maybe it was bad, maybe it was racist, maybe it wasn't. You know what I mean? But you know what? Stop fucking getting offended over everything. Stop it. You know why? Because all you're doing is putting locks on yourself. Oh, I can't believe what Capp said. I can't believe what Swirl said. I mean, but why can't you believe what the fuck? What are you doing with your life? What are you saying every day? What are you getting up and doing every day? Stop worrying about what the fuck I'm doing or what that person's doing on TV that you'll never meet. Why are we so worried about people saying shit and go, oh my God, they offended me? Why? Because you have no backbone? Because you have nothing going for your life? So you're going to get offended over something that somebody said 1,000 miles away from you on some screen that you'll never have a chance to meet? Like, what are we fucking doing right now? If you're on X app and you're on there like, oh my God, I can't believe they said this, I'm typing back. Like, literally get yourself a goal. Get yourself something to do. Start getting up every day and putting some fucking work in, because I tell you what, once you get to that point where you got work, you don't give a fuck what other people say. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't care what this guy said. Hey, I'm a pink elephant. Good for you, bro. I'm going to keep on moving. I got shit to do. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care what you say, bro. That shit don't matter to me. It blows my mind how people can get so offended over somebody else's words like it really actually affects them. It doesn't affect them. Do what I do yesterday. Put the damn AirPods in, put the noise canceling on, and block the shit out. Sorry.
Yeah. No.
Piss me off.
Sorry. What? Sorry. No, this is what the people needed to hear. Clearly, it was the trickers that needed to be tripped in the both of us. Who's to say, who's to know? But I heard that pastor say that shit yesterday. I said, oh, what difference does it make? He's just saying words. And did you know that fuck is not really a cuss word? It is originally an acronym that stands for fornication under consent of the king. So back in the days when you wanted to have a baby and you were a peasant, you had to go to the king and say, sir, can we fuck? Absolutely. Sign seal of approval. And then also, did you know that shit is also an acronym? Stands for ship high in transit. When they used to ship manure across the sea and they had wooden boats that would leak a lot, they didn't want their manure floating all over the fucking place. So they shipped it high in transit. Hey, you got that shit? Yeah, I got it. No problem. And then, oh my gosh, it became a word that people put new meaning to. Oh no. Goodness gracious. They're just words, for crying out loud. Fucking criminally. All right. Well, there's your opening topic. Breaking locks 55 minutes after the top of the hour, 5 minutes till the top of the new hour, and we still got plenty of stuff to get into. So no more hesitation, no more delay. Let's get this proverbial showboat surfing the waves of change, baby, as we get into your second segment of the day. Ooh, this one's going to be good. You better strap in, lock in, because it's time for your reaction refinery.
I tried to hit that.
Bro,
you know,
it's perfect every time. I know. I've been noticing you've been doing it.
Like I'm sitting there like,
banger.
Rotate.
Banger. Hey, I've noticed you've been doing that. And it's been hitting pretty good lately. I don't know who's to say, who's to know. Okay, my friends. Okie dokie, artichokes. Let's dive in. We got some good ones here this morning. We're going to say hello to a true man, a stoic man, a man who's a farmer, a rancher, many things. I'm going to say hello to a man who has a podcast that is pretty popular at this point in time right here now. I'm going to say hello to a content creator, young man that I didn't come across until yesterday. And then also going to just watch a little insight into a college classroom. Who's to say, who's to know? But the first one here, my friends, we're going to say hello to an absolute legend. A man who talks a little slower, talks a little bit like this. You can't be in a rush when you got to listen to the man, the myth, the legend, Dry Creek D. Wayne, as he is a man who has a lot of perspective, a lot of thoughts on this thing called life. So I'm going to stop blabbing and let Dry Creek, say that 5 times fast, Dry Creek D. Wayne tell you about pine or oak.
A pine tree grows and matures very fast. An oak tree grows and matures very, very slow. But which one lasts longer? And which one is stronger? Which one shelters more critters and more birds? Which one, when it's done and over and it's cut down, which one is more valuable for the lumber? People don't go out and say, I'm going to spend extra money for some pine furniture. They want oak furniture. And we just take it as it comes, and we learn and we mature and we grow, and it takes time. But you'll not get there if you quit. Fellas, you'll not get there if you quit, if you just say, forget it. You know, I can't be the man that I wanted to be. Well, of course you're not right now. You will not be the man that you want to be until you grow into it. You have to grow into it.
Dry Creek D. Wayne, baby. I saw you, trip my triggers as hard as you tripped yours. Do people go and pay a little extra money for pine furniture or oak furniture?
Man, and you know what? That is so true. And it's just like anything else. If it takes a while for it to mature, grow, create, whatever, it's always more valuable. It's always more valuable. There's no two ways about it. You know, that microwave lifestyle we talk about all the time. People just want to, hey, I want to get rich overnight. That's why when they win the lottery, they go broke in 2 years, right? But hey, I promise you this, if you work for 5 years to get that 2 million, 3 million or whatever, I promise you, you wouldn't go broke in 2 years. You'd be looking at that like, oh my gosh, look how long it took me to grow this. I'm going to watch out for every penny, right? There's a different mindset when you had to wait for something. And anytime like oak, it takes that long, you can't replenish it. You can't just, hey, let me just plant an oak tree and hey, I'll harvest it next year. No. That oak tree, it had to be many years ago that you decided that you were going to grow that and that you were going to make something out of that. That's why, hey, talk about the Amish. That's why the Amish are so amazing, because you know what? They understand how to make furniture. And I'll tell you right now, people don't go and look for, I don't know, white people furniture. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? You'd rather go to the Amish. You know why? Because the Amish use the best materials and they do it by hand. And
I ain't never heard of a Caucasian coffee table before.
Me neither, bro. But I have heard of an Amish one. You know what I mean? I'm just saying it. So what I'm telling you is you have to make sure that everything you're doing creates a lot of energy, and it takes a while to happen. You got to understand, if it's coming too fast, I'd be watching out for the next turn, because when things come fast, it usually means there's a bat behind that side. So you just got to watch out for that. It is very important. You have to look at this and say, hey, am I looking for a microwave life, or am I willing to put this thing in the oven, let it bake, come back and twice bake it? Have you ever heard of twice bake some things? Sometimes it does take 2 times. Sometimes it takes longer. You can't make a pot roast in 2 hours. You need a lot of time to do so. You can't make pasoli or green chili stew in an hour. No, it takes a long time. You know why? Because things that are amazing take time to create.
Bruh.
Yeah, man. Oh, shit. And, you know, I like, there's just another little bit of perspective where he talks about which one holds more critters. Which one has more life inside of it? The pine tree or the oak tree? Something that takes more time to grow and build and evolve and have. But guess what? You can look around, and I'm sure you could probably look out your window and see an oak tree right now. You might not see a pine tree. It's awful interesting. So who do you want to surround yourself with? Who do you want to build with? What type of tree do you want to build, and who do you want to allow to have build their nest in that tree, if you will? And that's what we're trying to do right here. That's it. Make a big old strong oak tree that branches stretch so far you can't see, and it's so high we can reach up and touch heaven with just a little one time for the one time. That's what we're trying to build around here. I don't need no weak ass pine tree. And I'll tell you guys what, that Dry Creek Dwayne, if you haven't followed him before, if you hadn't seen any of his videos, I highly suggest you go check him out. He would be an amazing guest sometime. I don't know. He's not a very technological feller, obviously.
We don't know that, though.
Hey, I don't know. He could. Who's to say, who's to know? Anytime I've seen him, they've kind of gone to him and set up a full studio and things around him. So, but who's to say, who's to know? Speaking into existence, shout out Dry Creek D. Wayne, one time for the one time. My friends, get into the second clip of the day. But before we do, hey, if you haven't any triggers tripped, you got any additional thoughts, any perspectives, any questions, dive in the live chat over there. Either if you're on YouTube or you're on X. If you're on YouTube, you obviously can see it right there. But if you're on X, click on the live video, go below the heart, the repost, and the comment bubbles, and go down to the spot where it says live chat, and you can click that, and then you can dive in and start asking us questions, giving us perspectives, dropping in whatever you want in there. And if you got a question, we'll grab that out of there, and we'll bring it to the third segment of the day, Answers from the Anvil, baby. But we keep the second segment steaming along, this proverbial show train steaming down the tracks. And we say hello to a friend of the program, man who is making waves, who is having his podcast traffic throttled right now, real heavy and hard. Now, apparently YouTube has fixed it overnight. I did check and it looks to be okay. The legendary Joe Rogan joining us this morning. I'm not sure who the man is with him. Maybe somebody in the comments or somebody here with me on the show can let me know. I would have had to gone back. This was an episode from when he was still in Cali. So I don't know how long I would have had to go back, but I wasn't doing that. So if anybody knows who the man is, drop it in the comments. This morning, Joe's visiting us and telling us that all it takes is one good day.
One
That's
good
it.
day.
That's why I said to that one guy, just come to the gym one day.
Yeah. If you have
Once.
one good day where you eat clean, you drink a lot of water, and you, like you did, you got that day, you woke up, you put your shoes on, you went for a run, you worked out your driveway, you got a good day in.
Yep.
That's sometimes all you need to do and decide, this is what I do from now on. I have good days.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's going to be another good day, and then I'm going to force myself into another good day. And the next thing you know, I've got some momentum.
Right.
You got some momentum, you could change everything.
Yep. This is what I do now.
Come on, man.
This
I
is
talk
what I
about
do
this
now.
all the time. Momentum. Okay, hold on. I got to look for something real quick. Hold on. I got to look for something.
Hey, while you're looking for your thing,
Go ahead.
look for your thing because I got thoughts on this. You know, I used to live such an anxiety-filled, depressed, miserable life. I worked in corporate America, and I would get in my car in the morning, and I would drive to work, and I would get to 22nd Street where I'd have to turn off of 53 and 22nd in Oakbrook, if you're familiar with the suburbs, anybody in Chicago. And I'd get to 22nd Street and my stomach would flip completely, just 180, not butterflies. It would just, and I'd be fucked. And I'd turn in and I'd roll and I'd get into the parking garage and be breathing my way through. And I'd get to this little hallway before I would get to the elevators. Told this story a million times. And I would visualize myself putting on a mask. And I would visualize who I had to be in this situation. And then I'd get done with that day and I would just feel fucking exhausted and drained and depleted of every bit of energy I had. And I'd call Mama Capp and I'd just bitch and moan and whine and complain. And she'd say, well, just keep your head down. Just keep working hard. Just keep doing it. Just the job today is better than no job. And unfortunately, that was the worst advice I could have ever heard. Not that Mama Capp wasn't a great resource for me in those moments, but all I kept hearing, Swirl One's laptop might have just died. Oh no, I think Swirl One's laptop just died. Oh no. Well, I guess you're here with me now, kids. Who's to say, who's to know? So as I was saying, you know, I would wake up every day and just be filled with this anxiety and bullshit and nonsense and what the fuck is going on. And then one day I just woke up and I just decided to have a good day. I just decided to hit a prayer. I just decided to, now back with us live in primetime. There he is, dying computer. What the hell's going on?
Oh, it's got to be the Wi-Fi.
It just said, fuck it. It said, done. You're out of here. Well, where I was, I'm in this shitty ass cycle. And, you know, one day I decided I was going to have a good day. I decided I was going to wake up and I was going to do some reading. And I was going to read a little devotional and I was going to get into the Bible and maybe do a little journaling. And then I realized how good that felt. Wow. I just got up 30 minutes earlier, tried to do, okay, this feels pretty doggone good. And then I'd say a little prayer and I'd go show up to 22nd Street and my stomach wouldn't flip. Now, I still hated the people. I didn't want to be around them. I had no inkling to even be in that job. And I was fired after 3 months of how obvious I made that appear. That's my fault. Whatever. We live and we learn. But I chose that I just don't want to live that way anymore. And that's all it is. You just want to have one good day. You have to make the choice. I don't want to live this way anymore. I don't want to fly off the handle anymore. I don't want to have no control over my anger. I don't want to get mad at people who just give me data and feedback. I don't want to be a pissed off human being the rest of my life. Most people can't do that. Most people just stay in the monotony and the shit and the nonsense and the fucking throw your covers over your heads. And they just don't throw their legs over the edge of the bed, push the toes in the ground and say, you know what? I'm just going to have a good day today. I'm just going to have one good day and then stack that day tomorrow and stack that day the next day and the next day and the next day. And the next thing you know, you got all sorts of momentum.
I'm telling you, bro. And that's sorry about the Wi-Fi. I gotta love them.
Yeah, fuck them. It's a good thing I'm a consummate professional.
I came back pretty quickly. Anyway, so with that though, I always talk about it to you guys. You know, the biggest thing that I could say is you have to have some momentum. He talked about it right there, and so I pulled this up because I actually found this the other day and I saved it because I was going to post it out later, probably next week. But with 2 months left, it's not about new goals. It's about refining the ones you started. Close the year as strong as you started, or you're losing momentum that will cost you in January. Wow. So I say it all the time. You know, you can't show up to the race and expect to make the world record. No, you can't. It's not going to happen. But if you've been running every day for 3 years and every day you're getting faster and faster and faster, and in your practice sessions, you beat the world record, but it wasn't recorded. Guess what? Now it's just a matter of you to get in the race and execute, right? But you can't get in there cold turkey and expect to do that. You have to have the momentum. You have to have it ready. You had to have run the race yesterday. You had to run the race this morning in your mind, right? And that's the biggest thing is people don't get up every day and realize that literally today is all you have. It's the only chance you have. If you're trying to get on, I say it all the time, if you're trying to get on the right track, why wait till tomorrow? Why wait? To literally, hey, I can't make ends meet. I'm having a hard time today. Okay, well, guess what? When you go to lunch today, pay attention to what you're buying. Stop looking at your coffee as it's something I gotta have. Buddy, you can get a bunch of these for one coffee that you would pay over at Starbucks. I don't even care if it's the cheapest one there. You can still get a bunch for $5. You can get 30 cups, right? But no, I'm too lazy to make my own cups. So I'm going to go ahead and waste my resources this way, not give myself that momentum, not have that good day. Buddy, you guys heard me yesterday. Crazy all day long. But at the end of the day, did I go eat bad? Nope. You heard me yesterday. I did not. Did I still get my workout? Damn right. Did I eat good last night? I sure did. Did I get some good sleep? You're damn right. Because you know what? I know that's how my days work the best for me. That's how I know I'm the most effective is when my body feels good, my mind feels good, and my muscles are awake every day. I feel like I can conquer the world, right? So start giving yourself a chance. Starting right here in this morning show, you can give yourself a good day.
Who's to say? Who's to know? Baby.
Another one.
And also a follow-up on the Amish. You know, in the great words of Derek Snow, God bless the Amish women. Who's to say, who's to know? And also just wanted, hey, you had to be there, man. You know, we went to a grocery store and we got a lot of good delectables, and DZ found out just how great these Amish women are. I mean,
they cook like nobody's business.
Oh, they make some shit.
Right.
And we went to this little store. And we got all this shit. We had all this stuff going on. We walked out and, you know, we look over and they got their buggies and their horses. I mean, we are in Amish country. I come from Amish country, right?
Oh, they're here too, where I'm at.
We live just outside Amish country. And we're walking to the truck and DZ looks at me and my mom and he goes, God bless the Amish women.
He's about to go buy him an Amish lady. We were fucking with a beard and a hat.
Also, breaking news: the Amish didn't get COVID because they don't watch TV.
Isn't that wild?
Who's to know?
So
wow.
Crazy how that
bananas, happened. Just insane. No vaccines or anything needed. Crazy. Wow. Shout out, Malka. Appreciate the breaking news. Who's to say? Who's to know? But we continue on, continue, carry on. That was a combination of those two words right there. Sometimes it happens. Picked a hell of a job to not be able to speak English accurately. But here we are now, third clip of the day. We say hello to a young man, a content creator who's in these motivational and inspirational lanes, a little more on the real and short form clip sides of things. And I was yesterday years old when I learned about him. So you might not even know him either. His name is Gabriele Martinelli. He's a little paisan or Italiano. Hey, where's the fucking gabagoo? I mean, he's right off the boat. He's got a nice little Italian accent, too. So shout out to Gabriele Martinelli, who's joining us this morning to tell us about one habit.
Only one habit that can change everything in your life. And it's not waking up at 5 a.m. It's not taking ice baths. It's not about reading a book a week. In fact, you could do all of those things and still find yourself stuck, still not getting where you want. Do one simple habit that will completely transform your life. It's doing what you said you were going to do. That's it. No magic routine, no quick fix. No trendy Instagram life hacks can replace the massive impact of keeping your words to yourself. You can fill your mornings with affirmations and take 20 brain boosting supplements a day, but none of that matters if when it's time to act, you keep breaking the promises you make to yourself. If I had to guess, the reason you're not where you want to be, it has nothing to do with your lack of cold showers or perfect morning routines. It's because you keep saying one thing, but end up doing another.
Dude, I watched this last night, and I that right there, and I watched a video. It's probably been a year ago now, and this guy was talking about. He said, "You'll show up on Monday morning at 8 a.m. for your boss. You'll make sure that deliverable is done for your manager by Wednesday at 2. You'll make sure that you hit lunch and you're back just on time and you don't go another minute over 12:30 and you took your 30-minute lunch. But when Friday rolls around, you punch out for the final time, and now it's time to go pursue your passions and do what you said you were going to do on Monday. You decide to say, well, I could. Well, the guys want to go out to the bar, and the fights are this weekend, and there's NFL football, and then, oh my gosh, it's Monday. And oh my gosh, now you're showing up for somebody else again and listening to them and showing up and paying attention and giving your best effort for them. But when it comes time to show up for you, you don't show up for you. How dare you have the audacity? Because what you're doing is you are slapping your creator in the face, because he is saying, hey, this is what you got to do. This is your 9 to 5, but here's your 7 to 11. Do you want your 7 to 11? Do you want to utilize that? And that's using your weekends to build the life you've been dreaming about and not using it to escape the one you've been dreaming about. You use your 9 to 5 to fund the 7 to 12 until the 7 to 12 becomes your 24/7. Fuck, how long has it been since we talked about that? That's an old Prez quote. Haven't heard that fucking name in so long. Jeepers creepers. Who the hell's that asshole? Who's to say, who's to know? But utilize that. Utilize that thought. And if you're going into work and it's a day and you can give that much effort and energy to somebody else in a company who doesn't even have the same mission, vision, values, dreams, or passion as you, why can't you do that for yourself? Why can't you do that? Why does a company, a corporation, a whatever LLC have to determine your worth or what you can do? Why does somebody else have to tell you? Why can't you do it yourself? Man, come on. When it comes to Friday, take the leap of faith and stop rolling under the covers.
Bro, Friday's my busiest day. Literally, it's my busiest day. I am go time from literally 5 o'clock in the morning until 1 o'clock in the evening. Or sorry, morning. 5 o'clock morning. That's exactly right, though. That's how it goes. It doesn't matter. So here's the worst part about this, too. People will literally get up and do all those things. And I said it the other day. We talked about the schedule. Who's making your schedule? You'll do this for your wife. You'll do this for your kids. You'll do this for your boss. You'll do all that. But guess what? When it comes time to not eating that donut, guess what? You're no good at that. Hey, when it comes time to getting up and going and getting your walk, you're no good at that. Oh, when it comes time to going and getting that workout in, guess what? You're no good at that. You know what else? When it comes time to keeping your promises to yourself on all the things you said you're going to do, the goals that you said you're going to attain this year, you're no good at that. But yet you'll follow somebody else, no problem, in a heartbeat. They say, hey, get there at 12. Okay, I'll be there right there. I'll be there 30 minutes early. So I'll be there 15 minutes early. Hey, if you're not 15 minutes early, you're 15 minutes late. And you will absolutely put their rules in your life like it's something that you have to do, right? But why? Because you got fear of loss. If you don't show up on time, what's going to happen? Oh, my boss is going to fire me. Okay, well, guess what? Why wouldn't your life have that same exact repercussion? If you don't show up for your body every day, your body's going to fire you. It's going to happen. You're going to end up fighting illnesses and disease and weakness and all these other things if you don't fight for your health, right? Hey, if you don't fight for your knowledge, guess what? Somebody else is going to take your job, take your knowledge, do something with the people around you that are going to educate them better than you can, right? Do we want that? No, you got to show up for yourself every single day. It is so important to say, I will do this. And I'm not even talking about, hey, I'm going to go be a millionaire. No. Why don't we just start with, hey, you know what? Today I'm not going to eat bad things. Or shout out to those who stop smoking cigarettes. I'm not smoking a cigarette today, right? That's one day, one thing. Promise yourself you won't do it. And then when you get to the end of the day, guess what? Tomorrow, build on that. We keep talking about compound interest. It's my favorite thing in the world. And I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about everything, my guys. I can't tell you how much compound interest works. I cannot tell you. I can see it on me. I can feel it in here. I can see it in my bank account. I can tell that drinking this water every single day has helped me. Trust me, You guys don't understand. Compound interest is the way, and you have to double down on all the things you're doing on a daily basis. You have to hold up your promises to yourself if you're going to have any interest compounding.
Damn straight, dude. Just the compounding interest, I see it in my life. You know, if you didn't tune into the GAC XD HMG Spaces yesterday, I mentioned that I finally got 315 on back squat. Finally fucking got it. Finally pushed that shit up. Whoa! It was insane. I lost my fucking mind. I even got to my next workout and I had to stop mid-set and go, did I really just fucking do that? What the fuck? But it wouldn't have happened if I wouldn't have failed twice. It wouldn't have happened if I wouldn't have got under the bar a third time after failing the first 2 times. My body had to feel the weight. I had to try myself and say, you know what? I am a little scared of 300 pounds. That's a lot of fucking weight. That is 2 of me on my fucking back. That's a lot of fucking weight. Yes, I'm only 160 pounds and I move 315 on back squat. Yes, I'm a very strong motherfucker, but it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of discipline, a lot of drive, and you got to get and hit the leg day every single week. And maybe sometimes 2 times a week. Maybe sometimes when you don't want to hit it, when those I don't wanters are coming, you got to go get underneath that bar. And I tell you what, the more you go get underneath that bar, you're going to wake up and you're going to say, damn, I want to go move that 315. I think I can move 315 today. I'm feeling pretty fucking strong. I think I can get this shit happen. Oh, I think I can make it happen. And then you go in and you do something that you didn't think you could do before. So compound interest works. I see it in my life too. Who's to say, who's to know? But my friends, we come upon the final clip of the second segment of this fine morning show. And no big names, no pages to mention. This is just a random clip that I found, and I thought it had a lot of power behind it. Actually, DZ sent this one my way. So shout out to DEEZYY for giving us the final clip of the day. And this morning, we're going to be questioning, are you laughing or are you cheering?
Good one. I wrote the last equation wrong on purpose because I wanted you to learn something important. Now, you all witnessed I wrote the correct equation 9 times, but nobody congratulated me on that, did you? But as soon as I made a mistake, you laughed and criticized me. Why do you think that is?
Maybe it's because you're supposed to be smarter than us?
Yeah, and it's funny.
I may be in a position of authority, but it doesn't make me perfect or smarter than you. I'm a teacher, but I'm also a human being who makes mistakes. The point of this exercise today is to teach a very important lesson. You will soon discover the world is quick to criticize and find fault, and much slower to praise and find the positive. You'll all experience criticism many times in your life. Those who are lucky enough to succeed or become quote unquote successful will likely experience more criticism than the rest, because you'll find the one thing people love more than pointing out another's mistakes is when they can do it to someone who's achieved more than them. Woo! However, the person who criticizes others is only revealing the lack within themselves.
Bro, I said it, and this goes back to what we brought up, and you've clipped it up. Stop saying stupid shit. Stop thinking stupid shit. Stop doing stupid shit. And that's really what it comes down to. The reason why everybody got so excited and bro when he wrote the wrong one is, as you guys noticed, when things are going right in life, you don't notice because it's expected that things are supposed to go right. You have a perfect mindset. This is supposed to be a perfect world. Oh, it's supposed to be easy, right? Oh, why wouldn't I lose my mind when the guy gets the answer right, right? But of course, I'm going to lose my mind when you're wrong. You know why? Because not only do I have the feeling inside me to say I'm more powerful than you, and I can tell you you're wrong, because that's the first thing. I want to show my dominance by proving to you you're wrong. Why would we do that? Negative is 7 times faster absorbed by your body than positive. That's why there was no dopamine when he was doing everything right. You know what? There is no dopamine when you're doing things right. Be boring. You know why? Because when you're doing things right, it's steady, it's constant. The vibration is even and level. Right? You start looking at things and you say, hey, you know what? I got the negative. I got that. That vibration starts to go like this a little bit. And every time you see something, oh, there it was. You immediately, hey, that's wrong. But here's what you got to think about. The mistakes are what grow you. the fact that he made that mistake learned a lesson for those people. They all jumped on that mistake like, oh, I'm going to make it wrong. I'm going to prove to you that you're not as smart as me. That's not what it's about. We all have to make mistakes. If you're not making mistakes, you're not trying hard enough. You're not challenging yourself enough. You're not giving yourself something new to try if you're not making these mistakes. And when somebody points out a mistake, I'm so excited about it. I'm like, you're damn right I made that mistake. That's like, go to him right there, right? You know why? Because I learned something from it. Because I know one better way to do something than definitely not that way, right? So what I would say to everybody who's out there, when you hear that criticism, you see that negativity, me and Cap hear it all the time. I hear it all the time. I mean, shit, my own family doesn't even show up and watch this show. You know, I hear criticism from them all the time. They trust when I tell you, it's my little show. It's my little NFT project. It's my little, you know what? This is massive to me. I put all the energy in this and they'll never, ever show up. I'm okay with that. I'm good with the criticism. It doesn't hurt my feelings. You know why? Because I know I get up every single day and I put everything I got into what I have every single day. Doesn't matter. Not one day goes by where I wasted.
Yes, sir. I've said it a million times. I have a plank so big sticking out of my eye that I have no time to worry about the speck in somebody else's eye. And if you are sick and tired of struggling to find people who are not concerned about the speck in your eye and only want your improvement, only want your development, only want your growth and your mental, physical, and financial development to come to fruition, then join the fucking Diamond Hand fam, man. There is never a single person that shows up and says, this is what I'm doing, this is how I'm changing, and everybody shows up and says, well, that's stupid. Well, I don't know, you're getting your car for yours. I don't know, that's pretty crazy, man. I don't know, I can't see your vision, so it must not be possible. Everybody shows up and says, damn, that's fucking cool. How can we help? Oh, shit, you were doing this. Hey, I've tried this before. Check this out. Read this article. I've already been there, done that, bro. This is fucking insane. You're wild for doing this, but I promise you're going to make it through. No problem. We got a whole channel that's progress over perfection. People going in there who would not be comfortable posting the shit they're posting on the timeline, but they have a place to post it to say, hey, look at my body. Here's where I'm at right now. I'm believing in you guys to have my back. I'm wide open. Real, raw, open, truthful, transparent, and honest. I need your help. This is what I'm doing. And now we're seeing those people level up and have entirely new bodies and new physical mindsets. And then, oh my gosh, now it's playing into their mentality. And now it's playing into their financials. And oh my goodness, now it's just this one big, flourishing, amazing community, amazing network. You know, I've said it a million times too. Every networking group you will find out in this world will have people who are so buttoned up and stiff, and they will tell you how big their dicks are and how often they fuck, but they will never give you a rubber or actually tell you how to stroke yourself. And that is not what I'm in the business of. I'm in the rubber game. I'm in the game of giving out rubbers and letting people get into the damn game themselves. That's what I'm about. And I'm going to keep doing it until they put me in the damn dirt. They say, Cap and Colt, rubber salesman. I ain't no mental vacation provider, professional problem solver, truth seeker. I'm a rubber salesman. All right. Hey, look, I'm changing my name. Capp and Colt, rubber salesman. That's where it's going from here on out. Who's to say? Who's to know? Oh shit!
Oh, wow.
Second segment of this fine morning show. Hey, shout out to all of you beautiful human beings. Second day, back-to-back days, over 300 concurrents.
Thank you very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
Y'all are awesome. You're not rude. You are certainly thebomb.com, and you are not fake news. We appreciate the hell out of you. 345 concurrents. Y'all at thebomb.com. Thanks for tuning in this morning. You could have started today 1,001 other ways. And the fact that you started here, we're forever grateful. We got a few more vibes for you. We got a little bit more left before we wrap this show up and send you on about your Tuesday. So let's not hesitate. Let's not delay. Let's get right into it promptly. Your third and final segment of the day. Answers from the Anvil. Alrighty then, the final segment of the day is officially on tap. And I've been scrolling through the chat the whole doggone show, and let me tell you what, the kids have been going. The chat has been flowing. It has been
today, bro.
hot hot in there this morning. Who's to say, who's to know? So, as always, if you don't know, you won't know. This is our time to dive into the live chat, see what the people got to say. And if you'd like to send us an email, a little something more lengthy, you can send it over to askfnf@thedhmgroup.io. But for now, we will dive into that live chat and see what's happening on this beautiful Tuesday. DEEZYY, give us some stuff to say. What do we got? Chris Aswomada. Great morning, FNF. Let's have an awesome Taco Tuesday. Right back at you, Mr. Aswomada. One half of the Grateful Breadheads. Shout out to you, Pride Stanford. Great morning, you crazy man. Jeff Damascus Oglesby, GM. Great morning to you, good sir. Appreciate you stopping by as always. Delta 24, Anthony. GM, FNF peep, she says. Great morning to you. Great morning, Angel SD. We appreciate you being live in prime time in the chat. OG of the OG. Jared Albright, always shining. Great day, everyone. Life is good today. Blessed to be alive. Blessed to be here. Blessed to know you. Grateful is an understatement. Ooh, I could agree with that. I'll resonate with that statement right there. Grammy P. Live in primetime, GM, FNF fam. Spread that PLP on this marvelous Tuesday. Blessings to all. Shout out to you, Grammy P. We love you. YouTubebob.com. Shout out Miss Wable Snow, a.k.a. Bella Rossi. We love you, Mama Snow. Great morning to you. Appreciate you being live in the chat with us today. Who else we got out there? DEEZYY. Oh, it's a live doggy dog. Great morning to our hard-working, hardwood hauling, humming being live in primetime in Atco, New Jersey. Great morning to you, live dog. DEEZYY. Oh, look at that gag. Oh, ha! That little King's crown popping up. He says, great morning, Colt. / U0026 swirl. I think that might be the const code for little the and who's to say, who's to know. No big deal. What are some tips / U0062 or actions that have helped you break locks with your lives that you could recommend to others? You know, I go back to that Joe Rogan thing, dude. Just getting up in the morning and having the intention to break the locks, having the intention that you want to actually have a good day. And I know I say it all the time, but it comes down to mindset. It's the building blocks. Being able to control your brain and know the difference between your brain and you is literally the foundation of all this shit. And if you can start with that, then all of this other shit starts to make sense, and it becomes so much easier to grasp and bust locks and get through doors and walk down the hallway because you got control of this thing. But if this thing's controlling you, shit, it's like you're on autopilot walking down the hallway. You know, you're not dumb. You're not stupid. You walk into another room. You can't remember why you went there. It's not because you're a moron. It's because your brain's controlling you, and you're just spinning like a motherfucker, and you get over there. You say, well, I'll walk in this room. Oh, I'm just so dumb. I can't figure this out. This is so stupid. And then your mind goes blank, right? Your mind finally goes blank. And the minute you get into the other room, you remember what you want because you finally figured out how to control your brain. But you don't realize that's the whole cycle you went through. It's the cycle that so many of us go through, and we never realize that if we just grab a hold and break out of that, all this other shit makes so much more sense.
I would say as well, pay attention to the way you feel and what you think. And when I say that, if you're hearing things that get you all hot under the collar or start to rise your temperature, understand it's not what the person is saying. It's the reaction you're having internally regarding the information. It's data, right? It's only data. So on a daily basis, if you're hearing things that get your collar a little, or you get a little warm after you hear it, or maybe it gets you a little upset, maybe you ought to stop and say, hold on. It's not what this person is saying. Why do I feel this way? Usually you will find it's internal. It's something you're battling. Either you know something that you're supposed to be doing, you're not doing it, right? Or you know that person's right and you don't want to accept it. Or B, you know you've heard this feedback before and you haven't changed it. So when that happens, you need to start to realize, bring the bolt cutters out and cut yourself loose of that thing. And there's a lot of things like that. I've had to cut loose of all kinds of things I've done to other people, things I've done to myself, things that has happened when I've been out there and in front of thousands of people. I have screwed up literally in front of thousands of people, literally thousands. you guys think it's funny, but it's the truth. I've literally screwed up when there's been thousands of people watching me at one time and I was the only one there. So if you can survive something like that, then trust when I tell you, nobody can stop what you're doing except for yourself. When you realize those things are getting to you and they're starting to bother you, get to the root. What part of it is yours? Get rid of that. Get them bolt cutters, come out and snap that lock.
Talk about, oh man, perspective. And, you know, that was kind of more of the habits and the things that, you know, I think about people too. You know, if someone is not aiding to your growth, if they're adding negativity to your life, if they are taking away from the true, real, raw, open version of you, you got to make that cut. And you say, oh, Cap, it's not that easy.
Yes,
my friends, I cut my own father out of my life. I gave him an ultimatum. I said, it's either this or this, bro. I'm tired of the negativity. I'm tired of the nonsense. I'm tired every time we pick up the phone. It's, oh, I can't catch a break. Woe is me. Life is so hard. That's not the direction I'm on, bro. And I can't have people around. I don't care if it's only my fucking father that are telling me those things. Because if I'm surrounded with people who are living in that way, then it's only going to be me who ends up living like that too. Cut the fucking lock and don't leave a tether cord. Slam the fucking door. There are no second chances because Swirl has never stabbed me in the back. DZ has never stabbed me in the back. And there's people that were around that have stabbed me in the back, and they're never getting another chance to come back on the fucking boat because I can find somebody who knows what loyalty is. I can find another woman who knows what true love is. I don't have to waste with some hoe that has to bounce around the fucking bars and get attention from other guys. But are you really? Would you drive your fucking Lambo to the fucking ghetto and leave your keys in the front seat and say, hey, boys, I'm gonna be gone for 3-4 fucking hours. Nobody touch this, all right? Everybody stay away from this. Thank you. See you later. No, you wouldn't. So why the fuck do you let your woman run that fuck? Get out of that relationship, bro. You're wasting your life. You're dragging your life down. You're going to be in an unrecognizable version of you, and you're going to look back in 5 years when you inevitably don't have that bitch saying, wow, I wish I wouldn't have been a bitch. I wish I would have been a beast. I wish I wouldn't have been a complete fucking moron. And I say that to you because I literally just fucking lived it. Just fucking don't do it. Sorry, trigger stripped right there. One time for the one time. Who's to say, who's to know? Shout out to Ted Logan. He says, what's a troll? I've never experienced that.
No clue.
No idea, dude. I don't know. It just kind of rolled off the tongue. You know, it's what these influencers be saying. I don't know. I fancy myself an influencer, so I figured I would just say it. Who's to say, who's to know? Shout out Ted Logan. We appreciate you being on the show. Malka, shout out my brother. My boy's dropping bombs. He says, hey, big love to you, my guy. We just out here real raw and open. Mama Cap, sometimes we sabotage our own happiness. Cut those locks. Great message, fellas. Shout out to you, Mama Bear. Appreciate you starting the day the right way. She probably in the bathroom curling her hair this morning. I know she be watching the Fortune Fuel pie while she be doing her makeup, getting all ready and fancy in the morning. She has us over right there in the corner. Who's to say, who's to know? Shout out, Mama Bear. RFHC, our friends over at Radio Free Hub City Live. Great morning to Mr. Ken Buckler, the wonderful Miss BB, and all of the amazing human beings over there. JK, big time. The only people that get offended are those who still wear masks. If that ain't the fucking truth, boy.
Oh my God. It's so hard for me to just kind of ask, like, do you know that's scientifically proven to not do shit?
Facts. Who's to say, who's to know? Glue stripper. Never had long hair in my life. Just had to keep my word to myself. Creeping on a year. 12/8/23. Woo! Who's to say, who's to know? I'm excited to see this guy. Yeah, he's got a brand new. I mean, I don't know. I think this guy's a brand new human being. Shout out to the glue stripper, man. We appreciate you. Mrs. Metal, we have found a better community that truly has our backs like our Diamond Ham fam. We have never found, I'm sorry. We are all leveling up as a collective, and it's awesome to watch. Damn straight. I think about last week's meeting, man, and just everybody in there, and we gave everybody just a chance to kind of share where they were, what they're working on, what's going on in their lives, how can we be of assistance, ask us some questions. And just the energy and the vibes. And I mean, we had new faces. We had old faces. It was fucking awesome. So shout out to all you beautiful human beings that are OG members of the fam. Ted Logan, thank you for all the great energy you give me to carry through my day. Much love. Big love to you, Ted. And if you guys don't know, this guy ain't a motivational guy. He's not a fucking inspirational guy. He don't like this shit. He's not a fucking let me tune in and oh cushy wushy, oh, I get me feeling good. And that's why he likes us, because we cut it fucking straight. We say how it is. We don't try and put a pretty little bow on it, put it back there. Here you go. You like this? No, we just fucking say it, man. And his guy, Rufus is the motivational guy. Rufus is all about what we got going on over here. But wait, we hook, line, and sinker Ted Logan too, baby. We must be doing something around here. Who's to say, who's to know? JK, everything is self-induced. Everything.
What part of it's mine?
Best mental model in the world, man. This is my fault. What am I supposed to learn? I'm going to make it through. Best mental model in the world. Live dog. Everyone takes the easy route and doesn't research for themselves. Don't follow the masses. Research things. Damn straight. It's a fact and a half. Break out of that matrix. You know the vibes. Woo! Roger sucks. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does.
He is playing like straight hot garbage, dumpster fire.
So bad. He should have retired when he had the opportunity.
And all of them fans, preseason and fucking Jets fans. Oh, Aaron, we needed Super Bowl so bad. We're so grateful to have you. It's been so long. Basing somebody's happiness on a grown-ass 42-year-old man who's going to throw on a helmet and a set of pads and run circles on a field on a Sunday. Am I missing something?
No, they're not. They are.
Okay, for sure. And I got two sick-ass fucking jerseys. Like, y'all don't even realize. Two of my favorite jerseys in the world. Blackhawks Stadium Series Mid-Dynasty 88 Caner. The fucking jersey that people would fucking slit throats to get. I don't wear it anymore because I don't feel comfortable having somebody else's name on my back. Fucking Stadium Series. Cubbies, 2016, World Series, 17, Chris Bryant. Motherfuckers kill people for that fucking jersey. I got it. I don't wear it because it's not my last name. Why am I? That motherfucker, I love Chris Bryant. I love who he is. I love I love that dude. He's a fucking awesome human being. But he doesn't give a fuck about Colton Soroka. He doesn't give a damn. He's not going around wearing Soroka jerseys on his back. He's not going around wearing Diamond Hand Media jerseys saying, oh, look at the team that I'm repping. So why do I care that much? I'm not saying to enjoy a game here or there, but if Rome's fucking burning and all you're caring about is who's fucking playing third base for the Mets, maybe you're on the wrong page. Just saying. Sorry for screaming. Who's to say, who's to know? Well, my friends, that appears to be the third segment of the day. A lot of great thoughts, bunch of perspectives. Shout out to all you amazing human beings in the chat, helping this show go and flow each and every day. Wouldn't be without you guys that we're able to do this. So thank you so much. I mean, just
thank you very much.
I come from
That's
hosting
really nice.
shows where I saw one fucking person on the live stream where I was questioning what in the fuck am I even doing here? Am I making an impact? Do people like what I'm saying? This is fucking insane. And now we got almost 400 concurrent viewers. So I am beyond myself. Grateful, humbled, joyful. I can't put it into words. So I show up every day and I just say some shit into this microphone and hopefully it makes sense just to pay it back. Who's to say, who's to know? But I suppose one thing I do know is it's time to work on wrapping up this show for the day. Paper or plastic, putting a bow on that son of a bitch and getting after this terrific Taco Tuesday. So let's get it cracking the only way we know how. DJ Swirl One, live from parts unknown. The insane asylum looks a little less insane asylum now with some lights coming through the windows. Who's to say, who's to know? Any final thoughts, perspectives, comments, questions, reminders, or anything in between for one episode before we hit the 600 milestone?
I tell you what, my friends, we're not special. We just get up every day with the one goal to just change somebody's life and make it a little bit better. I'm not perfect. I've never been perfect, but you know what I know? I've learned a lot of dumb things and a lot of smart things from not being perfect. I made a lot of mistakes, and all I've done is try to make sure that I look back at those mistakes and said, hey, maybe I did that. Maybe I did this. Maybe I learned a lesson. And all I'm trying to do is share that with you guys. So maybe you don't do the same thing I do, and maybe you still will. I'm okay with that. But at the end of the day, I'm not taking myself too seriously. I get up and get in front of this camera and just have a great time trying to make sure that I'm putting out the best vibes, energy, and what comes through me comes from him to you. And hopefully you will get a little something out of it that'll help your day to day. So really, at the end of the day, I do this for me, but I hope that you'll get something out of it. So with that being said, stop taking this world so damn seriously. It's not like you're going to make it out alive. I mean, that's the truth. We're all going to end up in the same place. So you might as well just enjoy it while you're here. Stop acting like everything's so damn important. It doesn't matter what you wear or what you drive. All that matters is how you're driving your life down the path of life. So that's what's important in this world today. So when you go out, do me a favor. Since there was such great vibes today, send out this space to somebody in a text message. Maybe you ship it out to them in a direct message or something of that nature. So that way they can find a good vibe and maybe they could learn something from something us two idiots said today. And we're not really idiots, but we've done some stupid shit, but we're not afraid to get up here on screen and get, maybe scrutinized, maybe have a little criticism, maybe have some people trolling us inside the comments. We don't care. We're not paying attention to it anyway. We'll be back tomorrow for episode number 600. So you better be locked and loaded, baby, because Forge and Fuel is here to give you some fire.
You better believe it, baby. Shout out Swirl One. We appreciate the hell out of you, my guy. Yeah, I've said it a million times. Just a humble dipshit, barely wipe the word off my forehead every single morning. If I can do it, you can do it too. Who's to say, who's to know? All you got to do is just keep putting one foot in front of the other. We appreciate you, Swirl One. Thanks for all your perspectives, all your thoughts, all your high-level energies of the show. Thanks for helping these beautiful humming beings start their day the right way here at Forge and Fuel, baby. Speaking of, all you beautiful humming beings tuned in, looking at our smiling faces right now. Hope you're having a fantastic start to your Tuesday morning. Hope this here 599th episode got you going. Got a little oomph, got a little kick in the pants, a little fire under the keister, if you will. Hope you're ready to turn a few obstacles into opportunities, maybe a few losses into a couple of lessons, and what you thought was going to be a failure, just a brand new damn chance to flourish. You're feeling those vibes? Well, you're feeling the same vibes as the guys on the opposite side of your screen. So let's go tackle this Tuesday. Let's go crush it, as JK Big Time would say. But not before we remind you of a couple of things. Hop in the gateway. If you want to be part of the fam, if you want to learn more about us, you want to learn a little bit deeper about what the hell's going on, and you want to start your personal development journey mentally, physically, and financially today, well, get in the gateway, baby. If you need to look for links, maybe the website, maybe some merch, maybe some various places you can find this show in other locations, then go down to this episode's description, whether you're watching the recording live or you're listening to the audio version. You can find all those pertinent links right down in this episode's description. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. It only helps us continue to grow and catch a flow. Hit that notification bell, hit that like button, quote, post, repost, like us over on X, and soon to be on Rumble. I thought we were going to be streaming on Rumble this morning. They got a little bit different of a setup going on over there, so I got to use my old school podcasting talents to figure out how the hell to work this thing out, because I thought I had it all worked out, and then we got a big error message this morning, said, you ain't streaming on Rumble. We had problems getting over there. You tried it, but it ain't happening, boss. So I said, well, shit. All right, I guess we got to figure that out. So if you were looking for us on Rumble today, we ain't out there yet. We'll let you know. We'll post that out. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Bay. Outside of that, no other spaces, no other reminders, no other things we got to tell you about. There goes the agenda. So you know the vibes. The only thing left, your 3 reminders. Number 1, even a 2-year-old can make an excuse. What? Number 2, even a dead fish can go with the flow. What? And number 3, being that this here show is a member of the Diamond Hand Media Group, I ask you keep in mind that DHMG, we don't only HOLD, we hold each other up. And right now is one hell of a time to flex those diamond hands. Shout out to each and every one of you flexing those diamond hands on a day in and day out, night in and night out basis. We appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you for investing your time here this morning. We'll continue to pay back that investment to you by showing up each and every day on the consistent, persistent pursuit of our passions, baby, and being right by your side while you are on yours consistently. Ooh, I'm a poet, and now you really know it. We'll see you on the show tomorrow, same time, same place. But for now, for our Mr. Producer, DEEZY, Derek DZ Snow, for the co-host with the mo-ost, BJ Swirl One Sparks,
Another one.
Swirl One, and for your hostess with the mostest, Colton Capp Soroka, maybe no Cap today, who's to say, who's to know, baby. We certainly appreciate the hell out of each and every one of you. Can't thank you enough for having our backs, for all your support, all your love. If you got some good vibes, you got some good motivation, some good inspiration, well, go tell the people. Go share it with the world. Don't keep these vibes hidden deep down inside.
Be rude.
Burst them out and shine so bright that anytime somebody comes around, they don't know what time of day it is, and then frowns turn upside down. That's your job as a super soldier, as a 1%er, as a pioneerer of this world. So do so, and we'll be doing the same. But for now, catch you on the flip side. Peace and love.